gonna do when it ain't nowhere to hide. When judgment comes for you, 'cause it's gonna come for you. Easy since I'm Charlie, little Google got him, and I'm gonna miss everybody out of rolling flow like I ain't looked at a while. And playing for dust and they play too deep for beats. Little as I got to be, some of your pieces of seats for them, please.
Well, our kids played hard. They didn't give up again, and I was proud of them for that. I thought the defense was a week better. I see our defense getting better and better each week, and that's very promising. That's great to see. I think they're playing really hard over there, and they're getting after it. They're doing a great job. I thought we tackled better this week on defense compared to the week before. Played two very physical games, offensively and defensively. Both China Spring and Gatesville, and playing games like that can get you a little banged up, but it also makes you better in the long run. Makes you tougher, makes you more physical for those future games in district and playoffs. So very happy on that. And special teams, I thought special teams is greatly improved from early on to now. And we got to keep that. We got to stay consistent there. But China Springs is a good special teams team also. They're well coached on special teams, and I thought we did a great job against them. In the return game, got a block. I was very proud overall. Made all of our PATs. I wish we'd had more of them, but we made all of our PATs, and so very happy with those. And offensively, we've got some things we got to work on. The timing between the quarterbacks and receivers isn't there. We made too many mistakes. I think we had like 6 drops or something like that, and those guys are better than that. Those receivers, they're better than that, and they know that, and they're down about it, and which I'm glad they were. If they weren't down about it, I'd be worried. They are down about it, and it's things that they know they can do better, and they know they can fix. And Andrus was down about the game as well, but he's out there competing and giving his all, and you can never doubt that about him. And he wants to win, and these Cameron kids, they want to win, and that's one of the great things about being in Cameron, and very blessed to be here. But the mistakes we're making on offense are things we can fix, or things we can correct, and the kids realize that, and and we're working hard to do that. Good. There's pros and cons to it. I think the pro to it is you're getting your kids ready to travel. They may have to travel a long way to a playoff game. Lately, last couple of years, we've been very fortunate, haven't had to travel too far, but some years we have had to travel far. So I think you kind of get your kids, they do that early on in the year, and so it's not as big a deal when you have to do it later on in the year, if you have to do it. So I like that about it. I will not be keeping them on the schedule, though, because it's too far of a trip. So, with that said, I don't want to, keep making those kind of trips. It wears on your kids, it wears on your coaches. It's a long day, it's long hours. It makes for even a longer weekend because kids come up on Saturdays and we watch film with them and they lift weights. So and the coaches come up and work on the weekend and get ready for the next week as well, the next game as well. So it makes for a long day, but it's an exciting, it's a fun thing. I think people are kind of fired up about it and kind of excited about it because it's something different. So we're gonna go down there and I think our kids will handle the trip fine. I really do. We have in the past with longer trips, so I don't envision that being a problem. We'll leave early. We'll leave at 1:30 on Friday morning. The school's got us charters to take down there. I think the band and the cheerleaders and the football team, and everybody's taking a charter, so that'll make the ride a little more comfortable and a little easier. They are, yeah. They're doing the same exact offense, same terminology. I mean, they've got little minor tweaks and differences here and there, but we kind of do as well. So both of us have kept the same offense from taking over as head coaches at our schools. But that does lead to a challenge. I mean, last year we were kind of picking their signals over there on offense, and I think that helped us a little bit. He assures me we won't be able to pick their signals this year. So just kind of a little fun game within the game, I guess. But we have a lot of the same signals, same terminology on offense. Defensively, we're both pretty much the same, but little difference, little tweaks there as well. He's got a different defensive coordinator this year as well, but they're pretty much the same, little differences here and there. It is. This will be the first dual threat we're kind of going up against. Belleville had a very athletic quarterback, but he was really more of a runner than he was a passer. And the other two teams we played were really more. Well, I say Gatesville's guy ran, but he was really more of a passer. But he ran in the power kind of game, with the power, back there with him, an extra blocker. So not that athletic, elusive type of runner that we're going to see this week with Belleville, but he'll drop back to pass, and it'll be a pass play called, and if he doesn't see something pretty quick, he's quick to scramble. So that can be good and bad. If we go and tackle him, that's fine, that's great. But if we have a hard time tackling, that can really hurt you. So it's a different look for us, and that's good. I'd like to see a different look. It only makes us better in the long run when we go into the playoffs and down the road, district and playoffs. We're going to see different looks. We're going to see heavy run teams, heavy pass teams, a mixture of dual threats like this guy. So it's good to get that experience going against somebody like that. Run our same defense. So they're going to be a 3-4 defense. They're going to play games with their outside backers. Sometimes they're going to widen them out there to help with pass. Sometimes they'll tighten them up to help with the run. In the secondary, they give a cover 4 kind of look. We're a little bit more of a cover 2 sort of look. So they're a little bit different in the secondary. I think they kind of prefer a cushion man or a cover 4. Don't get beat deep type of look back there. Whereas we're going more of a cover 2, kind of a read the coverage and then man it up type coverage is what we are. So a little different. The differences on defense are really kind of in the back end as to what our coverages are compared to theirs. Although I say that some of their coverages to trips and things like that are exactly like ours that we run. So again, that's kind of knowing each other and what we like to do. But defensively they're fast. They'll be the fastest team we've played all year. A lot of team speed on defense and offense. They play hard. They fly around to the football. Our front needs to get on their blocks and stay on those blocks, longer probably than they have been. Because if those guys escape those blocks, they're very fast to get to the ball. So they're going to slant their front. They're a little bit smaller up front than what we've been seeing here the last couple of weeks, and so they're going to move that front around and slant them here and there and shoot them through gaps and things like that a little more than what we've seen. Although we did see a lot of slanting last week out of China Spring as well, so that'll be good, a little bit of good preparation for this week. I really think our O-line is bigger and stronger. They've been doing really well. I've been very happy with our O-line. I think that's going to be an advantage for us. I hope it is. I think it will be. I think the experience at quarterback is going to be an advantage for us. I think experience in defense is going to be experience in general all over the field is going to be an advantage for us. Overall they're a younger team. They have quite a young team this year. He had not a whole bunch, but he had some really good players graduate last year. And don't get me wrong, they still got some really good players back, but I think experience is on our side. Yeah, freshmen and JV both won last week over China Spring. One of them was 35-8, and the other one was 24-6. And so junior high, both of our 7th grade teams won. 7th grade A won. 7th grade, I can't remember the score right now, I'm sorry. 7th grade B won. 8th grade B lost, and 8th grade A lost last week. So we kind of split down there in the junior high. But this week, our freshman football team is, since we're playing Bay City, it's too far. So we picked up a game. Our freshmen are playing Waco Conley's freshmen at 7 o'clock Thursday night at Waco Conley. Our JV is playing College Station High School's JV B team. They're going to play at 5 o'clock Thursday night at College Station Middle School, though. They have a field at their middle school, and that's where they're playing. Our junior high is playing here at home this week against Groesbeck. Groesbeck only has 2 teams, so we're going to kind of divide up our 2 B teams and let them sort of do a scrimmage against each other. That'll start at 4:30 Thursday night. Our 7th grade A it'll start at 5:30 against Groesbeck here at home Thursday night, and our 8th grade A after that here at home Thursday night. Volleyball going on. We got volleyball at home tomorrow night, Tuesday night. Come out and support them. Playing Gerald, big district game for us. We need to get that victory to kind of stay in the hunt for the playoffs, and it's still early, so it's not a desperate, but to stay in the hunt, we really need it right now. They're 1-2, and they've played 2 of the better teams in district so far. But come on out and support volleyball. The JV and freshman volleyball start at 5, varsity about 6 after that here at the new gym. Junior high volleyball is playing tonight over in Rockdale. We'll have to wait and see how they do, but they're off to a good start this year as well. I think our 7th grade A team like 5-1 or 6-1, something like that, and the other teams are all kind of in the 500 range. Won about half of them, lost about half of them. So excited about them. Cross country, I had a meet this past weekend at Caldwell. Had some injuries, so we didn't have a full team there. So we didn't end up placing, very well overall. But we have a young cross country team overall, and they're coming along and they're improving each week. And Coach Keen is optimistic about the future.